Alan Levine is a leader who constantly gives of himself. I am grateful for the opportunity to publicly honor Alan for his leadership, service, personal example, and communal involvement. Alan uses his time and talents to actively make a difference throughout the community. Through his service, Alan has a profound impact. Over the years, I have learned a great deal from Alan. Areyvut and the many agencies he serves are truly blessed to have him as a program partner. I look forward to working with Alan and learning from him for many more years. Areyvut is thrilled to be recognizing Alan Levine with the Community Leadership Award.
I've been involved in a great variety of things in the community. One of the things obviously has been Areyvut. I had been on the board for I think about 10 years and president for many of those years. I got involved because of the mission. Working with Jewish youth on community service was something that spoke very much to me, particularly because I had two of those Jewish youth in my house at the time. I've also recently came off being president for 3 years of the Board of Family Connections, which is a large social service agency based in Essex County. So I've been involved in all sorts of things from families with children from China, again, something that comes very close to my family. I was very involved with the South Mountain YMCA for many years. I was a very dedicated member of the board of the Pickals Foundation, which was formed by a friend of mine with ALS to help combat ALS. So there's been a variety of things, and I'm always looking for something new, and people know where to find me, it seems.
So we worked on a number of initiatives that the Business Volunteer Council did, and because he's a marketing professional, he helped us kind of figure out how to market it, and then he also put the projects into place in the company where he was working at the time. He puts himself out there to try and help people, and he does that in a number of ways, and in a very quiet way, which is kind of nice.
I met Alan shortly after my family moved to South Orange in the year 2000. We both have children who were adopted from China, and that was how we first became acquainted. Alan and I worked together to organize a local chapter of families with children from China. Over the years, Alan was the driving force behind a long list of events and activities designed to build community and cultural awareness for children and their families. Alan is game for anything, as long as he is creating a positive experience for others. He is a wonderful friend and a stellar example of a community leader.
Alan's welcoming of everyone. He's accepting of everyone. He understands that it's not what you think or feel or believe that matters, it's what you actually do. What occurred to me was the tradition of the Lamed Vavniks, right? And so 36 righteous people keep the world standing. But the trick is, if you think you're a Lamed Vavnik, you're not, because the Lamed Vavniks don't know that they are. Now, I'm not suggesting that Alan's a Lamed Vavnik. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't, but he shares that in common. That I don't think he knows how good he is. I don't think he knows how caring he is, and I don't think he has an appreciation for how impactful he is.
At some point in my career, I realized that I felt that what I do professionally, I like what I do. I think I do it very well, but I came to the conclusion that what I do is not, as I define it, all that important. It's not changing the world in any real productive way. And I felt there was something missing in my life. And I realized that the pleasure I got, the stuff that was closest to my heart, was the stuff that I could volunteer at. Your life should be about other people. Hopefully your family, your friends, and people who have immediate meaning to you. But I think it's also important to get involved and help people who you don't know. I think a lot of this comes from the way I was brought up. My parents were very much volunteers. They were very involved in their shul. My mother was very involved in the National Council of Jewish Women, so that behavior was modeled to us. And I think my parents would be very happy to know that that's something that I've done, and certainly my grandmother as well would be very pleased to see that I'm doing things for others and I'm doing things for the Jewish community. My advice is to find something that has meaning to you, where you feel that you can actually give back. I feel it's very important to give back, and there's so many different ways that you can do it. Find something that speaks to you, and dive in. There's always opportunities. People are always looking for volunteers to get involved. So find the thing that interests you. Find the way that you can get involved that has meaning to you and to your community, and try to drag somebody else along to get involved with you, and dive in. My feeling is, jump in, the water's fine.